Showtime.
Episode 4. Worthy
Episode
opponent.
4.
Yeah, we gonna be fighting. Boom, boom, boom.
Worthy opponent.
When you say worthy opponent, like, what exactly do you mean, especially to me and the audience? Opponent, obviously, or worthy opponent, I'll think of like, a superhero versus a villain, like opponent, like, opposition. What do you mean by worthy opponent?
Well, you don't think when you meeting a woman that's not like an opposition, like you're not fighting to get to know this person, you're fighting to show this person who you are, you're fighting to let this person know I'm not like the last person that you dealt with.
Okay, indeed. How about you, Fly Girl?
No, she said something interesting. We're going to address that. What did you say before we start? You said...
I said, worthy opponent. I don't even know what my worth is. I think that's what I said.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yep.
Please explain that.
Please explain that, because I'm still working on me. That's why I said that. I'm saying that because worth to some people could be all different things. But to me, my worth is what can I bring to the table besides what most women bring to the table. I want to be able to bring, like, let's say I meet someone, they're doing their thing, I'm doing my thing. You have bread, I have bread. All right, what can we do with this bread together? That's the type of worth I'm trying to figure out. But I got to get my bread there first. See, I'm not there yet. Getting there. Another worth that I'm working on is self-awareness, knowing what's around me, what's going on, all that fun stuff. I still don't know because I'm still working on me. That's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. Hold on. It's snappy.
So here's a better question. Both of y'all. The position you're in right now, who would you want in your life to help you get to what you're trying to achieve? That's basically what a worthy opponent is. If you know who you are and you know your worth. See, one of the things about relationships is people always trying to blame a person for how they ended up in the situation they ended up in. But if you don't know who you are, know what you're about, who are you allowing in your life to get you to the next step? Remember when I said after the element of surprise is gone, what's next?
What's next? Yeah. What's next could be anything, but if you're not there, you don't know.
No. It can't be anything. Okay. Before you can sit up there and say something could just be anything, you have to have a goal. What is your goal? See, that's the misconception. The first part is, if you don't have a goal, what are you trying to accomplish? So when you set a trip, what's the goal of going on a trip?
Fun.
Memories. Great
memories.
Yeah,
Fun.
great memories. Yeah.
But you're setting a goal. You're saying, this is what we're going to do. This is how much money we're going to have and everything. So before you even go on that trip, you what?
Save.
Preparing.
Yep.
Why don't you do that in your relationships?
That's a good question.
I do this.
Good boy.
You knew this, son. I know. Well, that's probably why I'm not in a relationship right now, because I don't know what I want. I've always wanted things that were bad for me. So now I'm learning what my worth is. I'm learning all that stuff, that self-care, like I said in the last episode. So until I get myself in a better position, then I'll know who's going to match me in that position.
Like a 401k, match you. Man, one word that comes to mind, man. One word that comes to me is supportive. All capital letters, supportive. As I'm working on myself, we're back to episode 1. Well, we talked about this before we even started this whole business. It was, just save, just work on you, save, and going to the gym, working. What else? I'm really just keep to myself. I like to scope things out too. I really like to scope things out a different angle. Almost like when I'm going to a new building, I like to see every exit sign. So I got to scope things out. So I'm playing it safe. Playing it safe, just like umpire safe.
See, when you say you're playing it safe, you can't just say I'm playing it safe. What does that mean?
Playing it safe. Oh man,
playing it safe means you're not letting yourself exposed to something that can bring you down or out of your character and what you're trying to achieve.
And I've done that, and I was a deer in headlights. I was oblivious, so I'm just being extra cautious with any position or any type of predicament I even like step foot in. So that's it.
I got a better question for y'all.
Go ahead.
Okay. When you meeting someone, think about when you first met the person you met, that you engage with.
Okay, I'll think about the last one. Okay.
What was you trying to get out of that situation?
What was I trying to get out of that situation?
Do I need to bring an example again?
No, she's going. She'll bring.
No, I can see it in her face. She was like, "What am I bringing?" Like,
well, you know, my brain's
she got her
everywhere.
Beyonce on. I seen the halo.
You know, my brain jumps around. That ADHD goes everywhere. But what was the question?
Listen, all right. Let me give you
Give us an example, Tommy. You're
a
good at it.
parallel.
Dante.
People can know my name.
Okay.
Thomas Dante Martin. My stage name is Dante.
Inferno.
But I know people going, Fliz does it too. I don't know why they keep calling me Tommy when I keep telling them I'm working on becoming a king and Dante means Prince.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Prince Martin.
Okay, Prince Martin.
But here's my thing.
What's your example?
I interview when I meet women. The reason why I'm interviewing because I want to know what I'm dealing with because y'all know I have books. And in my book, I have a book called The Ghost in the Machine. Basically, I don't know who you are. When we go on a date, you're going to look your best. You're going to present your greatest outfit and everything. Try to basically show me you're a model.
Sometimes the first date, I look average. And the second date, I look better.
That's you.
Because I just want to see how they would present me from the picture that they saw me from to see me regular. And then the next date, they see me all dressed up like, oh, you stepped out. Yeah, I can if I want to.
No, but here's the thing. When I'm meeting someone, you said something earlier about you take guys out. I pay attention if a woman take me out. You know why? It tells me she's not selfish.
Yeah, definitely.
It tells me, see, there's key things that shows me how much you are, what's the word I'm looking for? You're workable. That we could work together. Because when you take me out, because most people would sit up there and say, why do a woman got to take a man out? It's a man job.
It's not. Who said?
The relationship I talked about and the only female I lived with, she actually took me out on our first date. And she became my longest relationship. So, again, I knew she was workable. Because the fact of I had the finances to do it, but that's what she chose to do. And it made me view her in another light that later on in the relationship, I would got her whatever she wanted because I appreciated the person that I met in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could show me one aspect of you in the beginning, but as I get to know you and more come out about you, because most people try to hide who they really are. Because they feel like if you know who I really am, you might not like me. Which that's not always true.
Yeah, sometimes I bring out the jerk in me, sometimes. But God.
But explain why you bring out the jerk in you.
Oh, that's the part of me that, because I'm always a bubbly, happy, go-getter person. And sometimes, I just do ignorant jerk stuff. And, I just say things that are out left field somewhere and people get really offended. And I'd be like, yo, it's just a joke, whatever. Calm down, be easy. But it's just a different side of me that they're not used to seeing. And when I get into my rants and raves, like yesterday, I was on a rant and rave about the kids riding their bikes all over Broad Street. And I said, now my story, I said, I'm going to run over one of your kids if you don't get them. If you don't check them. Then they'd be like, yeah, that's out of your character. No, it's really not. You don't know me.
Would you really run them over?
I almost did yesterday. Hell yeah.
Oh. Stay out of her way. She's on her ludicrous. Move! Get out the way! Oh no!
The lights out.
So again, CJ, as we discussed bringing this topic about, a worthy opponent is basically this. This is what should be happening. When you meet someone, you're supposed to have goals for yourself. Like as a man, this is what I want to say. This is my perspective.
Okay.
As a man, you're supposed to put yourself in a position to be able to take care of the person that you want to be with. So if you meet a lovely lady that you feel is worthy of becoming that queen, and what I mean by that is, I explain this, Sandy is my girlfriend, but she's not my queen. I call the girl that I'm dating my princess because she's the only one that's eligible to become my queen. So I put in a perspective, that's why when females deal with me, they know I like the way he thinks because I'm causing the separation. Because saying she's my girlfriend, we're going to have, I remember when one of my girlfriends was saying, if they say, you like her. That's how cool we are. Like, you know what I mean? But there's a separation because I want her to understand that you're the person that's in the position to bear my last name, to wear my last name. So if you're not putting yourself in that position, you're not putting yourself in a worth to present yourself to a person to show them. Because like when I meet a female and I sit up there and I know I got myself together, if she doesn't appreciate the person that I am, that lets me know she's not worthy for me to deal with. Yeah. That's why I'm not chasing. We got a joke, we call it Tom and Jerry.
Yep. That's coming soon.
But I'm not chasing someone when I know my worth. Why would I do that?
Yeah, I'm not chasing anyone either.
I know who I am. I know what I have. I know what I'm trying to accomplish. And then there's a difference. See, when you dating someone or you meeting someone and interacting with someone, people always say a person's not their type. What do you mean I'm not your type? You don't know me to know if I'm your type.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what a type really should be.
I'm going to break it down for you.
Break it down because, someone asked me, goes, oh, what's your type? And I'm like, I don't know what my type is anymore because I'm a different person than I was 8-9 years ago. I don't even know what my type is anymore.
You have to put in things in a perspective of, see, there's a difference between preference and type.
Okay.
Preference is what you're actually seeing.
Yeah.
What you prefer, the looks.
The looks. I like to see because like people approach me and the first thing I look at them is if we look cute together. If we don't look cute together, that's an automatic no to me. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is. To me, it is. So I prefer them to be just as cute as me.
Hey, it works. It works for you. Hey, it's all right. No. It works for you.
Did you hear what she just said?
I heard. That's why I say it works for her.
So if you got a busted dude with multiple kids,
well, then I will have to help him get some insurance, like health insurance, and go get himself fixed up.
No. I didn't say that. So as long as the dude look good,
that makes him worthy. That makes him worthy.
He's worthy.
He's worthy to my opponent.
Even if he's in debt and all this other stuff.
Because I can help him with all that. I can make sure he gets the person that's going to help me with my finances. I can direct her to him.
Well, you remember,
I can make sure he goes to school. He figures out what he wants to do with his life. I can direct him to that. That's what I do.
Remember, she wouldn't mind
if you
had
I told you, I like to help people and figure them out and heal them out.
And you wouldn't mind, especially if he had multiple kids.
If he has multiple kids, then I'm gonna have to know all the multiple moms. And the moms all have to know me that I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do as a stepmom.
You are a patient person. You're a patient person. I give you that. I give it to you. I really, really give that to you.
Patient.
Oh man.
I will fix him if he's cute and he's worthy. Like he can actually hold a job without I'm working.
So you're the type of person that would drive a Bentley with a busted transmission.
Yup. Just like my 2019 car right now is a hoopty.
Yeah, she'll carve. So basically, she'll carve. Oh my bad. She'll carve the man worthy. She'll carve
the worthy out of him. Right. Yeah. I try to bring out the best in a person. That's what I try to do.
You're going to be Fred Flintstone. Your car ain't going to have no engine and transmission, but it's going to look good.
It's going to look good. It's going to be black on black with chrome, and it's going to not move. It's going to sit in my driveway.
But
I'm a healer. So I'm going to try to, I'm going to take the best qualities that he does have and make sure he knows he has them. Because sometimes you don't know you have these good qualities. A woman will know the qualities in a real man. They're the ones that will turn your whole life around. Like I know girls that turned their dudes, they were straight in the streets all day, hustling, all that. They gave them a little opportunity and now look at driving trucks out there making bands.
Okay.
But he would never know he would do that unless the woman supported. Put him in a direction, got him away from his friends. Some people, they always want to be around, oh, those are my boys. But what are your boys doing for you? I always ask that question to anyone I'm dealing with. What are your boys doing for you? What are your boys? Like, I'm asking you now.
Oh man, what are my boys?
What is your boys doing for you?
What are your boys doing for you, CJ?
I hardly see two of them.
The friends that you hang out with, are they positive in your life?
Yeah, they're positive when they can be.
Are they trying to direct you into, you know what? How's your credit? Do they talk to you about
credit,
finances?
You know what? Two of them they do. Two of them,
those are friends that you want to keep in your circle.
Exactly. Two of them, although they're married, I hardly see them. I probably see them once a quarter. But shout out to them. I'm glad y'all happy. But they do, especially with this podcast where we got going. They're pushing. Like, CJ. You got this, push this, keep going, and everything. We do talk about credit. We do talk about future moves or, owning properties, such as and things like that. So, they're all right. They say, oh, sooner or later, you're going to find the right one.
You know, because you have someone in the streets who don't know nothing about credit, and then you have a girl in their life that changes them, and now they want to know about their credit. Now they want to know, they know what they can do with the credit. Did you know what credit you can get a banging ass car? Did you know what credit you can get a nice house? You know what credit you can open up a nice business if you wanted to? Well, you don't need credit, but you could. That would help. Stuff like that. How about you, Tommy? I know.
Listen.
Dante.
Listen. The way you approach meeting someone, I'm the complete opposite. Number one, like I said, if I was to meet someone as of today, I want to know what you accomplished. You know why? It tells me what you
done.
It tells me I always ask women this question: what's your 5-year plan? And they be like, what do you mean by that? You know why I ask that question? If you look at the 5 fingers, right? 5 years. If somebody tell me that they're working on themselves, you should see it in their life. It should reflect. When you climbing up the first 2 years, that 3rd year is the peak. I should see you accomplishing what you're accomplishing. Like I told CJ this story. I have a brother, right? We went play pool. And while we playing pool, I'm looking at my brother, and not saying my brother's ugly or whatever. But the girl that he was with was sexy. I'm like, what is she doing with him? But at the time, he had a nice car. He had a nice car. I know you're going to hear this. But he going to be like, this is a true story.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here looking at the situation like, I said, what you do? She said, I'm going to school to be a nurse. I said, oh, you're going to school to be a nurse, huh? I said, ditch her. He said, come on, man. I was like, yo, there's no woman I know that ever told me they going to school to be a nurse. They always told me they in school. They say, wordplay. I'm paying attention. Because again, I know the first 3 years could be tough because you're trying to establish yourself. But I'm going to see the production in you. So when you get to that 3rd year and then you just slide right down the 4th and 5th year, because the 3rd year is going to tell me if you're going to either go backwards
or go forward.
Or you're going to go forward. So why is that important? Because I keep telling you, my whole goal is to be the best husband I could be to a wife, the best father I could be to children. So if I got a person that is with the same goals of I want to be the best mother I could be, the best wife I could be to my husband, that's who I see as a worthy opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I keep using the girl I lived with, I watched this lady say she bought a brand new vehicle. I'm gonna have this paid. She bought it financed for 5 years. She said I'm gonna have this paid off in 2. She did that. She said I'm gonna get a house. She did that. This is when we was in our 20s. So I seen her become this woman before my eyes, and I'm just like, yo, I appreciated her for that. Because I'm just like, I had this before. Why would I settle for less now?
Right.
I had that in my 20s. So you're going to tell me in my 40s, I'm just going to get with someone that is not going to appreciate. So now let's just say I get with someone that doesn't understand their worth and they devalue me. Because that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
How you value yourself is how you're going to value other people.
For sure.
So if you don't value yourself, you're not going to know how to value me. So I'm not going to let you devalue me. That's what it's about when it comes to worthy opponent. See, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to be a helpmate, a helper, which is beautiful. And I learned when I was going to church, this prophet said that a woman is designed to bring out the hope in a man, which is so true because he used the analogy of we could sit up there and have a serious conversation about sports. You know how we get down with sports.
No, for
like,
sure.
Especially when we at work.
Oh, for sure.
And he said a woman could walk by and what do every man do? Stop and look.
Stop and stare, yeah.
That's the woman magic to bring out the hope in the man. And I never forgot that.
The hope to smash. I'm just saying.
But again, the point of the matter is a woman is designed to bring out the best in a man.
Yeah, but the women somewhere failed in the game because they're not doing that anymore. I don't see that a lot.
Why?
Because when I talk to people and I'd be like, oh, so what did you do for him? Like, I think September is take your man on a date. And I was like, oh, what'd you do for your man? They're looking at me like, huh? I ain't doing nothing for him. Why? Why not? And then I have to like program it in their heads somehow in some way and be like, you gotta show appreciation and all this other stuff. Because I have a lot of male friends, so I hear a lot of this. They feel like their girlfriends are not appreciated of them. They feel like they just go home and come to work, go to work and come home and they just deal with the nagging and all that other stuff. I said, you guys gotta do something to break that up. You just can't, it just can't be like that. You gotta be able to love each other again or something. And like I try to tell my boys different things. We need to have a conversation with my girl. All right, well, let's meet up. Some of the girls love me. Some of the girls don't like me because they think it's a different situation going on. I'm like, I ain't even like that. I'm trying to better your man for you so you could be happy, so he could be happy, so we could all have a good time. I don't know.
But
some girls don't have that anymore. They don't do that anymore. I see it.
And again,
but I don't know why though.
When I talk to women, I always say to people, what was your intentions of getting with the person that you got with? Like, what was it? You just said hope to smash. Was that your intentions?
That's for you guys. I don't
know. I'm saying I get what you're saying. I'm using that reference.
Yeah, okay.
So if that's your intentions, again, once you smash, what's next? So if I don't have no goals for this person, what am I expecting them to accomplish?
Nothing.
You're wasting time.
Wasting time. Go find someone else.
Yeah.
No, but again, when you look at it, we're speaking on our perspective, but we also speaking to a broad audience as well.
Yeah.
And see, a lot of people are dealing with this, and that's why when I keep asking you why, it's like that. Okay, so let me get to the why. Instagram. Everybody want to be attentionated. That's a new word. Go ahead and don't steal it. Attentionated.
Put it on Urban Dictionary.
They want attention. Why? They want to feel good about themselves. They want to build up confidence. Okay.
Some sort of validation.
So you need a bunch of strangers you don't know. Because I always told my boys, this is why I didn't like social media. Why in the world do I want to be on Instagram looking at women that I know I can't meet? Because of their bodies? Nah, I'm good. I want to meet the women in person. If I can't meet them in person, I could care less about looking at them. Because eventually what's going to happen? You're going to find yourself lusting after them and you're going to actually want to be with them. So you're just teasing yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure. Right or wrong?
No, you're right. Because that's the problem with the world today is social media. Social media gives people an imaginary world.
It's a filthy beast.
It is a filthy beast.
Which goes back to what I was saying about a person could tell me you could show me pictures of what you have that you really don't have, what you're about that you're really not about.
It's a fake world.
You could tell me you got a house and you don't have one.
You can tell you're a great dad or a great mom, and you're absolutely not. You take one picture a year.
I'm really trying to hold that laugh in.
No, social media is a straight lie to a lot of people. A lot of people live in the social media life. Like, people think I'm a social media like fanatic. No, I do it just to have fun, like my stories and stuff. Like they're telling me, oh, you need to go on TikTok or Instagram and do your stories over there instead of Facebook. I said, I don't want to show my stuff to people I don't know. Facebook is people I know. I'd rather people know me on a day-to-day basis, see what my adventures are for the day, because every day is a new adventure if you watch my stories.
Right.
But, you know.
You be having long stories. I'd be like, yo, dang.
There's all kinds of stuff going on.
You think people use social media to deem themselves as worthy?
Deem their own worth and stuff like that. Okay. But I use it as a fun situation. Some people get serious on their social media. Like they could be so miserable inside, but they show all the positive stuff on them. But then when you go to meet them, they're not nothing what their social media reflects them.
You know, you just proved my point, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And that's what it is. That, you know, they can be all this on social media, but then when you go meet with them and sit with them, they have no type of talk. They have no type of gameplay. They have no type of future. They're just showing you this, and that.
Because again, see, this is again, like we was talking about delusional and damage. See, here's the thing. One of the things I be trying to tell people is when a guy does, I'm trying to think, there was a situation, I don't know if I can remember, but when a guy does something, they doing what always worked for them to get the female. And vice versa, women doing the same thing. So again, if a woman got a nice body, she know that's going to get the attention of all the men that she get, and that's what they chasing after. Why would she switch it up?
I just shared a story from TikTok to Facebook about that same exact situation. This girl went out and got her body done for her man, for her to come back home to find out that her man cheated on her with someone with her old body.
Explain that.
Oh, man.
Explain. Hold on. That's it? You got more to that.
No, that was it. So basically, the dude was saying, I don't know why these females are out here stressing their bodies, going to get their bodies done. Like boobs, the BBLs, all that stuff. While you're doing all that to satisfy your man, while your man is still cheating on you with someone who had your old body.
But see, that's not, we don't know the full details of this because, again, we don't know if he told her if he liked her body or not. Because here's my question: how we know that she did that for her man, she didn't do it for herself?
Oh, I don't know. He didn't say that. All he said is that all these chicks are going out here getting their bodies done up for these men, and the men are cheating on them with females that had their old bodies.
No, but again, we're gonna use that scenario. She said she went and got her body done for her man.
Yep.
So based on the information you're giving me, it sounds like they had to have a conversation about that.
Oh yeah, they must have had a conversation.
Okay, so something is incomplete here. Because why would she do it for her man and then eventually he cheated on her with the person that she used to resemble?
Yeah. Maybe he didn't like the new body. I don't know. I'm just surprised that, that even went down like that. That would be a slap in the face.
That's why I don't like speaking on people's situation. Know how I always say, if you don't have the full details, you're speculating. And when you start speculating, you add in what you want to fit the narrative instead of what is actually the truth. So that's why I'm sitting up there and saying, wait a minute. Because I know there's a lot of women, especially where we work, that's getting there. Oh yeah, I can't wait to do that episode. Going postal, coming soon to a mic near you.
Oh boy, yeah. Get them union papers ready.
But we see a lot of women getting their body done, and my thing is, some of them said they did it for themselves. Yeah. They ain't do it for them, man. Again, which goes to my point of you trying to build up your confidence. So again, what type of people are you dealing with that you needed that to build up your confidence?
So you can't really call that person a worthy opponent if you need to do all that.
Yeah, to me that's fake.
Well, no pun intended, but
it's just being fake. You're just living a fake life. God bless you with whatever you have. And if you can't appreciate what you have and you have to go out there and change it up, then hey, so be it. That's your life. But at the end of the day, who's really going to appreciate you for you?
That's your opinion. See, if somebody don't believe in God, you just say God made you the way you are and they don't believe in God, they're like, well, God did wrong when he made me.
Well, then they can believe whatever they want to believe in at that point. That the alien, if he made you this way, then that's the way it's going to be.
So what was God doing when he made my face?
I don't know. You got to ask your mom and dad.
I know. See, again, I be saying this to my mom. You get mad at me, but I didn't pick your partner.
Oh, because you look like your daddy.
I never met him, so I wouldn't know.
Well, if you don't look like mommy, then you must look
like
I
look like my mom. She just don't want to admit it. I was like, why didn't you lay with a Puerto Rican? See? I'd have been Puerto Rican if you'd have laid with one. I'd have been speaking Spanish and everything. Buenos dias.
Oh, yeah, papi.
El Dante.
El Dante. But the situation is you were blessed with the body you were blessed with, or you were blessed with the face or the personality or whatever you were blessed with. Just keep it like that. But because social media is so rooted into like this whole new world that we're living in, that people feel like they have to have that body or they have to have those Khloe Kardashian lips or whatever they got going on, all that stuff.
Which goes, see, when you start bringing in the Kardashians, now they looking at television, they seeing what they're getting, and now they feel like if I do what they're doing, then I could get what they're getting.
Exactly.
I sound like a wrong.
Man.
But yeah, that's exactly what it boils down to, and then they have to sit there and think about, are they worthy of themselves the way they are today?
So let's to bring this to a closing factor. What do you consider a worthy opponent?
Worthy opponent.
Like right now, as who you are right now, and your experiences of what you went through, what would you deem as a worthy opponent?
My worthy opponent, just like he said, someone who can support me in everything that I do, and I can support them in everything and they do, and be able to just live life the way it was meant to be lived. Like, have fun, do what you have to do, and live life and be happy. And I want someone that I can joke around with. That's not going to take offense because I said, whatever I said, because I could be a jerk sometimes.
Sense of humor does count.
Sense of humor is a big part for me. If you don't have a sense of humor, you're not going to last with me.
Right.
Because I'll make you cry. And then you're going to be mad at me. And I'm going to walk out the door and be like, all right, deuces. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. And then I won't even think about you for like 2 weeks. You know, that's the ignorant part of me. That's the jerk part of me that can come out. But my worthy opponent would be someone who's gonna be supportive in anything I do, and I'll be supporting what they do. I like what he said. That's what it comes down to.
I'm a simple guy, you know. I don't want to pull the Kawhi Leonard. I'm a fun guy, but like I said earlier, revert back to I said supportive. You know, sense of humor, that is a big thing. Shout out to you, Flag Girl. You know, you gotta laughing is a part of healing. No matter no matter what you're going through, no matter type of fire you go through, step right through a fire, you might not even feel it. Patience. I'm really big on patience. I tend to be a patient person too. So like I said, I'm still walking on ice. Still being cautious and everything. So, worthy opponent, I'll probably leave that, blank for now, because I'm just, like I said, I'm still learning, still trying to, find the ways and, those.
So you wouldn't know what type of female you would want in your life right
now?
now?
Yeah, I do. I know, in a way, in a sense, and everything. I just not really going to touch on it right now, but.
Who you trying to hide?
No, I ain't trying to hide.
You got somebody already. You don't want to hurt someone's feelings.
I'm leaving it, man. I'm leaving it.
This guy.
I'm leaving it.
Just let the feelings go.
Microphone checker.
Let me clear my throat.
Check his mic. You phony.
What about you, Dante?
I told you. Like, the thing with me is, like, I'm going to give you a perspective. I'm 44. I'm 6 years from 50.
Ooh, we got to have a 50th birthday party? Ooh, I'll help plan it. It's going to be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing about it is, like...
Well, I'm playing bingo, too.
I'm going...
Go ahead.
I'm going through the mindset of, like, do I even want to bring a child in this world? Or do I want to deal with someone that has a child and help their child become successful?
You can still have a child. I don't...
Listen, I said me. I don't care who you know. I know me. But my faith in God, in the Bible, homeboy was 100 years old when he had a kid. But again, I'm looking at it like this. Again, if I be somebody at 46, I'd be 66 and my kid would be 20. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, I probably ain't gonna be able to keep up with that kid. I'm gonna be running like...
I think you're pretty healthy. I think at 66 you'll be doing okay.
You know what? Women always say that, but I'm like... Who knows? But I'll receive.
Take the credit. Take it.
So,
take it.
I'm just looking for somebody that understands what I'm doing. I'm simple.
I'm
simple.
You say you're looking or you're welcoming, because I know you don't chase. You go ahead.
It's based on like I could have put this in a delusional story. I don't know why I didn't, how I missed it, but like when I was out the other day, I said this to Sandy, like. We at this concert, and I'm sitting there, and I guess people was looking because a lot of people was coming up to me because they know me, Dante. They like, oh, we haven't seen you in a while. So this young lady approached me. She said, "Are you over 30?" And I was like, "If I told you my age, you wouldn't believe me." Mm-hmm. And my Fliz was with me, so I said, "Hey, Fliz, huh?"
I think you said this story, but okay.
No, did I?
Not the last episode.
No, see?
Okay.
I told you. I was trying to get an understanding of. Why did this woman come at me? Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there talking to her and everything. She told me she's single, ain't got no kids. And I'm like, all right. But I know she was a little drunk and everything. Mm-hmm. I could tell she's the party. She probably was a miniature you. So
miniature me,
I was saying, well, can I get your number so we can continue this conversation? She's like, no.
She probably deemed you as a worthy opponent at the moment.
I'm like, what was the point? So what was the point of
it was just a point of conversation. Or it could have been like a joke with friends. Like, I'm going to go up to that dude right there. I back and make him smile. Me and my friends do that.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for telling me that.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Uh-oh.
See, now that's another thing I
It's just something to do while we're in the bar or club.
That's why I don't like going out. But...
I bet you a shot. I can go over there and make that dude smile.
I was like, Sandy, did you think she wanted me to ask her for Instagram or something? What's going on? Yeah. But nah, that's honestly, I'm very simple. That's why when people meet me, they be like, he gotta be complex. No, I'm very simple. Mm-hmm. I'm so easy to get along with that when you actually get to meet me, you be like, that's it? What I do? I wake up, go to the gym, go to work, go home.
Studio.
How long I've been doing that all my life?
Oh yeah, as long as I've known you, at least 20 years.
Yeah. She was like, and even when we was around each other for a while, she came, she's like, what do you be doing? Work home. She's like, dude. Because again, I'm happy I woke up.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Amen.
I go to the gym to keep myself in the health I could keep myself in. And I go to work so I could be able to do the things that I'm wanting
So
to
you
do.
can provide.
So if I want to sit up there and work on an album, I could work on an album. If I want to sit up there and go to Block Island like we went last year, go to Block Island. If I want to go on vacation or I want to sit up there and say, you know what? I think you're gorgeous. I would like to take you out. I want to be able to take you out. That's why I do what I do. That's why I deem myself
A worthy opponent.
a worthy opponent.
I think I'm a worthy opponent too. How about you, CJ? You think so? Not
He
yet.
didn't even say.
I can't look. I just
He's
look.
waiting. He's
Yeah,
waiting.
I'm
He's
just
still working on his worthy opponent.
I'm keeping just staying in the wins. I'm just,
I want to hear about that in the comments.
I like to look both sides before I cross the street. So yeah,
He's stupid.
go ahead.
No,
Go
I was
ahead,
saying I want to
Sadie.
hear them in the comments. Do they think they're a worthy opponent, or what do they think a worthy opponent is? That's what I want to hear. I
Well,
want to see.
we signing off. We want to thank CLB.
We all we got.
We all we got. We on the podcast network. It's gonna go up on YouTube. Baller Room, Wolfman Production for the track Behind Our Words. What's your name?
CJ.
Sandy.
Thomas Dante Martin, because they keep saying my name.
Sorry.
Tommy.
Black girl in the building.
Hey, but if they go look at my books, it would say Thomas anyway,
Yes,
so
yes.
it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna bring this to a close, and we want to thank you for enjoying our podcast and what it is. that
Don't
we're
get
doing.
emotional.
Don't get emotional.
See you later.
It's only comedy.
Around when Mob D was saying give up the goods, I was on the east side somewhere in the hood, coming to age like bleak. Mood at the time was bleak, like some mountain. Could I ever reach my peak? Senior year, either go to college or the streets. Do I get a degree or hang with my peeps? Selling was an option. I chose working at a supermarket. That's how I bought the bread and honey. My boys laughing, flashing, fast money, slowly pushing cars while old ladies. Hey honey, had another plan, but Walkman in my hand, rapping over beats from Wu-Tang Clan. So after laughter does come the tears, cause after all these years I passed all my peers. Have a career, publish books in the MC. All I have left to say, this what made. Shout out to Justin, Abdur, Hope High. All I have to say, this what made me. Scott, Fliz, Wolfman Productions. This what made me. The Kyla, Ace, Lenny, Ace. This what made me. The Swan, Sean, Jackson, C&J. Chachi.
Yo, grown man, the wife from Modelo, but I'm not like Othello. She classy and ghetto, but she really type mellow. She knows all the moves, she would never tell though. Connect in Colombia, that look like Canelo. Soon as the beat drop, I presume to rock. Seeing daily growth like my bros who move the pot. And if you know the older, the newer Chach, know I'm still focused like a cam in the hand of Doug Kudabash. I'm dapper, your mom's favorite rapper, disaster. I should've been a doctor or a pastor. So now I'm growing my beard like an old master. Cause I done seen more stars than a whole NASA. And I ain't with that fame shit, I'm with the same click, flame spit, click duck for your brains. I'm from the bottom of the bucket and still there. And everything I got, I created from thin air. Cheer the whole crew, you know that beatbox do, how we do.
This what made me.
C&J Records, the whole camp, man. Rest in peace, CR.
This what made me.
And to my whole fam, the wife, the kids, you know what it is.
This what made me.
Should I do it all for you?
This what made me.
Ooh, Dante, we got one, man. A big shout to Merc, Boiler Room. Yeah. Verno. Woo. It's been a minute, kid. Long overdue. This what made me.